Good afternoon or good evening, folks, and welcome to our Scion Second Edition Chronicle Actual Play, The Coming Storm. We're happy to have you with us, and we're happy to be presented here on Onyx Path. And this little thing we're doing here is presented by the beloved nerds. Real quick, we've got a lot to do tonight in what is, I'm anticipating to be probably the penultimate episode of this chronicle. So, without further redux, introducing myself, I am Ian. I am the storyteller, or story guide, as I believe I've been incorrectly calling it this entire time. My pronouns are he, him. I'm getting involved in a lot of things. A lot of them are still kind of on the back burner right now, so I'll have more information when they come out. So we're just going to go very quickly. CJ.
Sorry, I was dicking around with my hood. Hi, I'm CJ. My pronouns are they, them. I'm playing Ro, whose pronouns are also they, them, and I'm super excited to be here. And I've picked out fresh new sets of 10 dice for this session, and let's see if we get some good chances to roll them.
All right. Spinning the wheel, no whammy, no whammy. Logan.
Yo. I am Logan. My pronouns are he, him, they, them, whatevs. And yeah, you can find me Brony Hawk Official on Instagram, and that's about it.
Okay, next
I
up.
played Jericho.
Oh, you played, yeah. We all know
That's
Jericho.
something that I do.
He's a good boy.
Just the best boy.
Megan?
That's me. Hello, my name is Megan. My pronouns are they, them. I play Lane Carnahan, whose pronouns are also they, them. Scion of Osiris, the very fucking same. And you can find me pretty much anywhere at Starweaver or at Arch Starweaver, depending on what floats your little boat.
Okay.
And you can find me here on Onyx Path and the Beloved Nerds. Got some stuff cooking. Very exciting stuff.
Okay. Ace.
Hey everybody, my name's Ace. I'm playing Nemesis Rex. My pronouns are he, him, so are Nemesis. You can find me on Instagram at Elric_Wolfgar for drawings, artwork, painted miniatures like this little guy. You can also find me here on the Beloved Nerds. We've got a Call of Cthulhu game happening, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have a Hollow Earth Expedition game starting up sometime soon, which will be a lot of fun, because who doesn't want to punch Nazis with dinosaurs?
Yeah, man.
Okay. I'm just picturing punching Nazis with dinosaurs, and it's
Yeah, like attached to your hands.
I'm signed on. I'm
a glove.
I'm behind it.
Got some raptors on there.
Yeah. Ty.
No, it's like oh my god, Pacific Rim, except your mech suits are the dinosaurs. You like connect with the dinosaurs,
Oh, hell
and then
yeah.
you do the things, but the dinosaurs are fighting. Anyway, hi, my name is Ty. I play Kaz Olsen. Both of our pronouns are they, them. You can find me on all socials at Hey Tyler Gray, Gray, and you could just see cosplay and like general nerdery on there, and you'll see me on some other the Beloved Nerd stuff in the future. Yeah.
All right. So let's lean right into it, because when we last left you all off, you had chartered the car on boat again to try to get to this place where you think perhaps Osiris is being held. And you popped out not probably as close as you wanted, not the usual way, because down on the sticks you hit some kind of a wall. And so Karan was able to pop you out as close as he could. But right now you are all still on this hill that's overlooking what looks to be a military base with some, looks like a hangar. Maybe there's a few drones. It doesn't look super high security. There's like a fence around it, but it wouldn't be easy to like walk in. Behind the military base is something that's like a mountain that looks like it was maybe part of an old mine, and you can see, if you look close enough, maybe on the edge of that mine behind the military base is what looks to be a door. The other thing that happened last time is that Lane's arm was giving you a pretty strong indication that that's the way Osiris is. So we'll pick up there, and what do you all do?
We go. Say the layout again. I'm sorry.
So you're up.
So wait, we're up against the fence?
No, you're actually up on a hill, like on the opposite side of the military base, and kind of overlooking. So you can see what would be the road leading to the military base. You kind of are perspective on that, but you're really above it.
Are there obvious like back ways that's not like walking through the front door?
No.
That we could see from our vantage point? Okay.
It doesn't look like there's anything out, because it looks like what they've done is that there's this door in the back, and then they've shoved the military base up against that, so that anyone wanting to go to this door is going to have to pass through this military base.
Cool.
Okay.
I've
Kaz,
got this covered. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Kaz, you're good at making us. I mean, you did it before. You can make us look like we belong.
I can make me look like I belong. I didn't exactly bring 4 other military uniforms with me. Was not exactly prepared for that.
I don't need it, but that doesn't exactly account for the other 3.
Okay, why don't you need it?
I can pretty much walk into anywhere as long as people don't notice me.
Question it.
I mean, I can try to fuck with the cameras and surveillance and stuff in here to ideally not pick us up or not work while we're walking through, but I can't do anything about people. I can manipulate things, I can manipulate people too, I guess.
While you were kind of thinking about this, those of you who are being observant noticed that the gate opens, and there is a jeep that starts to approach from the base with 5 people in it that you can tell. And the jeep is kind of going down the road up to the point about where you would be, and then the jeep stops, and the 5 individuals are getting out of the jeep, and looks like they're coming up the hill towards you.
Are they running up that hill?
No. You guys are high up enough that it doesn't look like they can see you.
If we need 5 uniforms, there's 5 approaching swiftly.
If we each take one, I think that we can get this done quickly.
We're just gonna knock them out, right?
Well, I mean, these people are... I mean, if they've got the hand thing, I'm not really feeling particularly gentle.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm just not trying to send anybody to a place where they can't get in right now, you know?
A little bit of waiting gives people time to reflect.
So are you...
I guess so.
Are you making an effort to, like, hide yourself in an ambush, or...
I'm not.
If Ace isn't, if Nemesis isn't, then Kaz isn't.
I might try just to give the element of surprise on a few of them. You know, if they think they know how many, and then it's more.
Okay.
Yeah, Lane will kind of try to stay back. And they will also, just in, like, a bleeding heart moment, just, like, look at Ro with kind of puppy dog eyes and go, Will you promise not to kill him? I feel like we don't need to be killing him. You know?
Ro's gonna look at them and just be like,
Like, are you really trying to kill people?
the
You had
easiest
no
way
comms
for
with
me
this
to...
at the other place. So
The
Oh,
easiest-
I didn't kill anybody. I didn't think that we were killing people.
Guns are a little bit unpredictable as far as people bleeding out or not. So I'm not exactly sure I can do... What do you call it in the game you play? Non-lethal damage? With a gun? But I can try, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll
I
aim
mean,
for the leg. Ooh, but not the thigh. That's a major artery.
I just don't know if we really want to be going around killing people. Like, really? I don't know. I've never killed anybody before, and I don't really want to see. I mean, I've seen dead bodies before, but I don't want to like see it happen. You know. So, turning
Having
into
a
pills is
complete-
one thing.
You're having a completely normal reaction to this. My only counterpoint is that these people are trying to kill us. Maybe not these 5 specific people, but their organization is.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just.
Why don't we
Well-
try to negotiate with them? We'll ask them nicely if we can just knock them unconscious and take their uniforms.
That's
Well-
not the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Well, while you are
You
all
must have heard
making,
some dumb shit.
making this plan, they're pretty quickly approaching, so they're almost up on you. Now you can see that 4 of them are armed with typical sort of automatic weapons, and one of them just has what looks like to be a pistol that's holstered right now, but he's got out one of those devices that, Ro, you may remember from your time in Vesuvius that you broke one of these devices. And he
The
appears to
scanner?
be, he appears to be
Yeah.
looking at the
On
scanner.
a person.
Yeah.
Cat.
Oh, I was just, the closer and closer that they get, I'm going to try and like disable any electronic. I'm trying to be like an EMP right now, or like a dead zone. Trying to
Okay.
wireless interface and just make sure that they're not telling anybody anything.
Okay.
Kaz will like to transform, disguise self, if you will, into, I forget what it's actually called, into a sergeant.
Okay.
Just
Colonel, actually. What's higher? Who knows military terms? A high.
make
it's
yourself
much
a
higher.
general, dude. Yeah.
Colonel. I'm gonna be a colonel.
Okay.
I count.
Make yourself the model of a modern major general.
The Dauphine.
I swear. You
Um,
nerd.
Lane, why don't you roll me that? That's gonna be, I think, a mental roll plus probably technology.
Okay, beautiful. I will do intellect tech. So, 9 die. Nice.
We'll say 2 successes per device you want to shut off. While not really knowing what devices they have.
This guy's smartwatch is doomed.
Okay,
Anti-magic
so,
field.
I got
my
8.
pacemaker! Oh!
Oh no.
You got
Well, that
8?
takes care of
successes
one.
total. Yeah.
Okay, so 8 successes. I'm assuming you want to turn off his detector?
Yeah, definitely the scanner.
Okay.
Seeing that. And like even okay, so I am making the assumption that like I'm specifically primarily focusing on like the scanner that I can see and like communication devices.
Yes.
Like I'm not trying to turn off somebody's Apple Watch, you know.
Right.
Unless he can make
but-
calls. If he paid the extra so he can make
Yeah.
calls, fuck that watch.
So you
Yeah.
have so effectively, I think what you have done is you've turned off the scanner and you have effectively shut off their radios.
Sweet. Okay, yeah.
They may not know their radios are shut off at this point, though, because they haven't tried to use it. But Detector Guy
Good.
is... But they continue up the hill, and as they come up, they come upon you all and the
Gross.
Colonel.
Sorry.
So Kaz immediately steps forward, looks back at them, and gives them all what can only be described as like stern mother gaze, like don't fuck with me right now. And then turns back to them and is just, well, it's about time somebody got up here. I've been radioing for the last 30 minutes. We have intruders.
Ma'am, we were aware of the intruders. That's why we're up here. There was a breach in the wall.
Right, well, there's a breach here as well. So, do we not have enough people to handle both? That we had to wait this long? I'd like to think highly of myself that I could handle 4 individuals, however. We're lucky
these-
that they're... what's the word? This is Thai. Just
I
I don't know.
Alright.
I don't know what you're trying to convey.
Listening.
Their
That they're,
jobs? Oh, there we go.
that they're like, they're not submissive.
Oh!
Oh,
They're
sorry.
Cooperating!
We're lucky that they're all bottoms.
Collaborating! We're
Whew.
Yes.
Why? Why are you gonna call me out like that in the middle of a stream?
they're all cooperating.
Everyone is just like on their knees in the sand right before you, like, oh no, please don't take us away.
Oh no, you can't us. Oh no.
Actually-
can't kink shame me.
I
All
hope
of
you
these
don't
soldiers are
handcuff
so
me.
uncomfortable.
Actually,
Oh my god, please don't drag
Wait, is that
me
what
into
everybody
a
is
spell.
doing?
is that what
Tell me that
everybody's
everybody
doing?
just
I need-
suddenly gets
We're
on
all
their knees
really
and
fucking
starts
horny.
being
I was-
really submissive towards these soldiers.
It's like Barbie capturing the Hulk.
No,
Oh my god.
but that is an excellent. It's an excellent
So
question.
please
Do the
tell
four of
me
you-
that's what we're doing.
Yeah, do the 4 of you act like
Absolutely.
you have been content?
Everyone is looking like Loki.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes.
I was just gonna say, I'm like, yeah,
Yes.
I'm fucking Loki with the goddamn collar on. I'm just chilling.
Fine, yes.
Kaz, you better roll
yes,
me.
ma'am.
Trying to.
Whatever you
Hold on,
want.
You better
is
roll me a
Kaz
lie on
trying
that.
to. Okay, yes, but is Kaz is trying to like find that word. They hear like shuffling behind them and then turn around and see them all on their knees. And then I will do this roll. Hold on. It's good thing I have honeyed lies.
We have
Oh,
been
yeah, give
so
us that
thoroughly overcome by your power. I do
Um,
not know
What is
what we
honey?
could have done.
To remind me what honey
Uh,
lies does.
Oh.
Well, no, it's just like persuasion, honeyed lies. I think it's just like a I don't know if it does anything. It just says honeyed lies next to persuasion.
Oh, okay.
But that's your specialization then.
Yeah, I'm good at lying.
And we're
And
honeying
then
you up
manipulation. So exactly. So that's 8 dice. 1 second.
Well, I mean, not to be highly inappropriate, but we've gone there anyway. Since you turned around and gave us the stern mother look, I believe it's more of a mommy situation.
Mommy, sorry.
Right now.
Mommy, sorry.
Mommy,
sorry.
Mommy.
Stop. I got 6
Oh, there's
successes.
who? What?
6 successes. Okay.
Well, yeah, because one exploded. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, that's
Out of
plenty to. That's plenty to defeat their limited ability to understand what the hell is going on here.
There are some complex emotions that are happening right now, my man. You
People
just
are
need to steer
discovering
clear.
things about themselves.
It is.
I mean,
it is-
I've always known, and I'm just happy to be a part of this, honestly.
No, the soldiers. The soldiers are.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's unusual. There's a number of things that are unusual about this situation, but your manner and it seems that you have subdued these criminals has convinced them, and they're already kind of not inclined to question somebody with, the colonel's bird, I think is what they get. So, so they're like,
So-
all right, yes, ma'am. So we'll bring them
It's
in.
yes, mommy.
Kaz is trying really hard to keep a straight face.
Just like elbows Lane slightly.
All right, well, gather them.
Of course,
Yeah.
We'll
yes,
come
ma'am.
peacefully. We'll come peacefully. There's no need for any sort of gathering. You've shown us that we were completely and utterly out of our element.
Yeah.
So as
surrender.
soon as
You just
And
thoroughly dominated us with.
Yeah.
well, so they're
Yeah,
they're
I'll-
getting out.
I will come wherever you want. Like, I just, whatever you need from me.
Whenever
as
you
soon as so they start like
Say.
walking towards them kneeling, and they all start saying that shit, and Cass just walks behind one of them, immediately takes out the knife and stabs them in the neck.
Yes.
I thought you were
I will
gonna do
roll
that
if
to
you would
us
like
for
me
a
to.
second, to be honest, and I was like, I don't blame you actually.
What a hell of a way
Close
to
to y'all, so we could all do this.
So you're
I mean,
just
I'll
you
burn
really
someone.
you really wait you really do that.
I would like to really do that.
Okay. This combat
Would you like
will
me to
not
roll
be. Yeah, you can roll for it. That's true.
What were you gonna say about this combat, though?
That it will be sad and ended quickly.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Well, yeah, they got like, I don't even know how to describe that, but they're feeling things right now, and I
They
just
got
sneak attack
scare
one,
roused.
so yeah. That is 4 successes.
Okay. Yeah. So you will put a knife in this person's neck, and they will die immediately.
Ro will mumble, you
Lane
didn't tell
just-
mommy not to do it lethally.
So,
Elaine?
but instead of doing a full combat on this, like, just what does everybody else do? That Kaz has just went ahead and murdered
excuse me.
somebody.
Excuse me. I have waited the entire campaign to do this. Okay.
Okay.
Do it.
I am going to double head bonk. Okay.
Yes.
Have 2 of the soldiers and crack their heads together.
Okay.
Is there a fourth soldier?
There is 5 total. We've taken
There
out
are
1.
5.
That'll be 2, so there'll be 2 left after if Nemesis is successful.
If I were to make you roll for it, you would need 4 successes. But I kind of feel like you'll get that. So I love it too. So that's 2 more out.
And if you need narrative, like persuasion, I mean, I think that the sudden Colonel stabbing one in the neck might surprise them enough to distract them and give Nemesis the opportunity to successfully do that.
You've totally surprised them. Like, absolutely, because they were out of combat mode and getting ready. They were getting out like zip ties to tie these prisoners up, and then
Oh dear.
That's what you do. if
The
you don't have
jacked
narrative.
operation.
we're gonna be
No, that's like a legit
we're gonna be
thing, I'm
stuck
pretty
on this
sure.
tonight, aren't we? This is gonna be a thing tonight. All right.
Nope, I'm
No,
sorry.
we're not. Wait,
Uh,
why are you making us?
Do we
Be
have any
stuck.
momentum?
Do we have any what?
Momentum? Do
No, not
we
yet.
do?
Yeah, you. Bonk.
Oh, damn. Nice.
Good shit.
Um,
Lane just like after the first dagger goes into that guy's throat, they go from like joking around to, oh my god, and they just kind of like go into a little bit of like a woo, hiding.
Yeah, Ro will kind of shuffle in front of them so they don't have to see, and we'll shoot another one. I can roll if you like, but we'll
Yeah,
shoot
go
another
ahead.
one of the guys.
I guess rolls are okay because you might get some momentum if you manage to
true.
miss.
Not necessarily. Yeah, I think they've had time to pull their gun at this point, so I'll use firearms. And what sort of Would that be dexterity then?
Yeah, it should be dexterity plus firearm.
Plus firearms. Yep. All right. Okay, we've got success, success, success. 4 successes.
Okay, yeah, he will. Another one will.
Bite the dust.
Where do you plug him? You just headshot or?
Yes. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Lucky sharpshooter right there.
Yeah.
Headshot.
Boom, headshot.
I think
Oops.
Kate.
What an accident.
Oh yeah, your gun goes off.
My
You
hand
drop another
slipped.
one. There is one more up.
Jericho will let's see. I can't do that. So I guess they will just imbue some legend for a little bit of fire and they're very caught in the moment and not really exactly sure what's going on, but they're just gonna throw fire at someone.
Jericho
and,
uses overkill.
yeah.
It is super effective.
Absolutely. They're just gonna do a huge blast of fire out of kind of reaction and panic.
Okay.
What is that? I'm not sure what I should use. Maybe dexterity.
If you're throwing it, dexterity. Yes.
Cool. Yeah, dexterity and I have some athletics. Why not a little bit of that?
That would be the throwing a fireball roll. Yeah.
Perfect.
Make sure you're aiming.
Oh, 2 more. All right, that is 6 successes.
Yeah. You throw a fireball, but it is enough fire that he's incinerated.
Powerful.
And they are down.
That a boy! Look at you go!
Oh,
Well, as it
Yeah.
worked out, you had 5 individuals.
I just kill someone?
No, he's sleeping.
No, you didn't so much kill him as you just removed him from existence.
You
That's what
incinerated
the
him.
fire does.
You know,
It actually incinerates their soul from reality.
You know,
It's heavy fire. I
actually-
assume, but-
smelling the burning body actually just reminds Lane of home, and so that's more comforting to them in this moment.
I forgot you grew up with a mortician, right?
Yeah, I'm a
Okay.
fucking mortician, man.
Okay,
That's
so-
what I do.
So, I will say
Alright,
that
so we
now
have uniforms.
you have 4 uniforms.
No, oh god, you burnt one of them.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Yes.
okay. There were 5 of them, and I don't need one.
Right. Perfect.
So you will have 4 uniforms. 2 of them
One
are
might be a
pretty
little
good.
bloody around the neck, though.
Yeah, 2 of them might have a
Fine,
little
nobody will
blood on
notice.
them from the
No, I don't
headshot
know
and
if
the
the
neck
headshot one. Maybe a little blood. They're dark enough. They're not gonna notice. It's fine. You can just stay in the back of the Jeep
It'll be
This is
fine.
fine.
and drive in.
I'll wear that one. That one's my doing. It's only fair.
So you
Plus,
putting them
still
on.
kind of faded.
You're
yeah.
putting on the uniforms. The fits are a little
Sure,
funny.
that'll go well.
The fits are a little funny, especially on Nemesis. It's probably looks like a, the uniform of this guy probably looks like a belly shirt at this point. But,
Can't you wear
A
like
crop
just
top.
his normal
Fine.
shirt underneath it?
Brown chicken.
I mean,
So-
we're fine with it,
Play some
but
sensual music in the background.
okay, so you put on the uniforms. Now
Yeah.
what?
Let's
Get in the Jeep.
I feel like we're actually short one uniform because I burned someone to a crisp.
No, you're
No,
good.
no, I
because
don't need
Kaz, Kaz
Oh
has
yes,
an
there were
ability.
5 of them.
Dope.
Because my clothes change at will.
I can kind of fade
Got that
away.
glamour
too.
music.
So if either of the people who can fade away can wear the one that's a little bloody.
you and me, we got the bloody ones. Kaz has got.
Nobody
the
will notice
man
you,
of him.
and you'll fade away. I think also that I should
Teamwork.
probably drive because I am a colonel currently.
Right? Yeah,
And-
sure. How about?
Might be
Well-
less
No,
suspicious.
you would
Actually,
have
no.
a driver.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. I
You
don't know
should be
military
shotgun.
things.
Let the
In
shrimpy
the-
one drive.
You be
got
shotgun
this.
in the non-literal sense, in the car sense. Lane,
Right, yeah,
put
don't
on one of
shoot
the
me.
clean uniforms.
Yep.
Nemesis, best of luck.
Well, if it's a Jeep, like you'll be in the back, so you
Well-
probably won't pay too much attention.
I almost just referenced something that would have sounded terrible, but would have been like mildly appropriate. So I think this is a slight sidetrack, but in Indiana Jones, there's the one Nazi dude, who's like the really big dude who's just like shirtless. I was thinking about that, but in the context that Nemesis is definitely not a Nazi. But I was just thinking about this
But
like
could be
military.
shirtless.
The military brick shit house who's shirtless, because it makes sense.
Yeah,
Actually, that is kind of relevant because that does make sense. Because if
These people are assholes, so
you're on fatigue duty, and you actually are in the desert, so
There you go.
makes sense.
Don't need to
So,
wear a shirt.
Whatever you do,
so we're going
That's
down to
fine.
the Jeep.
Going down.
Yes. And
get in, losers.
getting
We're going
So-
killing.
Beep beep. Who's got the keys to the Jeep? Room.
Yep, exactly.
Lane, who just turned into a ghost
I'm
because
driving.
you opened a window. There you go.
Yeah, whenever I use my powers, I'm going ghost, and then
Cass will.
So you're going down to the Jeep. Okay.
yeah, I'm driving.
I'm
Getting-
presuming
getting
one
in the
of them
Jeep.
had the keys in their pocket, so we found that when we
Yeah, we looted the bodies.
Yeah.
Literally.
And,
undressed them completely and left their naked corpses to rot in the desert.
Skyrim style. You guys cannot tell me that you don't play video games.
Yeah.
no,
I-
this is
Even
what
I
we
know
do.
what you're talking about there.
No, but I suppose if we speared them through the chest and poured honey on them, it would be like the ancient Egyptians. So, shall we
That's a very random point.
go? No,
but-
tomb robbers, anyway. I've done a lot of research for books. Shall we go? I don't think that's
Yeah.
a detail you particularly
Ca-
want to know.
Cass will turn to Lane and just, please, for the love of God,
Well, there are multiple.
don't
actually.
say, please, for the love of gods. Don't say too much.
I'm going to pretend that this is no. You know what? That's a constructive comment, and they're gonna turn on the Jeep and start trying to drive, and just say,
You have a tendency to talk. I am not saying it is a criticism or a compliment. However, I would like you to realize how dire this mission is. And if you do not want us to kill much more, it's probably just smart.
Although luckily we've got you in the lower ranks uniform, so if you ramble a little bit, I don't think it'd be out of place entirely. Shall we?
I think we're already
Lane's like,
challenged.
Lane's driving, and they're just like, yeah, the nerds, yeah. They're just kind of like grumbling to themselves, and they're just like, this always happens to me. This is why I work alone.
Come up with a good backstory for your initiate.
So, where are you taking the Jeep?
I assume that there's like let's go to the base. I assume that there's probably like a sort of garage-ish looking situation.
Well, there's a gate with a guardhouse that's the entrance to the base that has a closed fence.
So, we're in Nevada,
wait.
right?
Hold up.
You are.
I think that Kaz had.
Are we in Area 51?
Probably
We're in
not.
Vegas. Area 51 is not. Well, if we're a little outside of Vegas, but Area 51, I think, is still a little bit away.
Like
from
an hour
Vegas.
away?
Yeah, something like that.
It's very Area 51 vibe, but it's not probably the Area 51.
This is a divine Area 51, not a alien Area 51.
666 or 777.
So as we approach the gatepost thing, Cass will just mention, once we're in, I think it's important to note that they mentioned there were other intruders at the wall. Do we think we need to avoid that? Or should we go there?
I'm sure that wasn't meant to be us.
That might have been us, because I bet that once we, bonked against the wall, they probably noticed it.
I thought we weren't against the wall, we were up high.
Could we have some GM clarification?
Yeah.
Yes.
I will say that when they say the wall, they may not be talking about a literal wall.
Because we felt that
like a
that
field
security.
Because if you recall, to go back, when you were down in the sticks, you hit a wall.
Right.
And so what you might presume is that when you came out of the sticks and you were up on that hill, basically you hit whatever barrier they have around this base.
We hit their perimeter.
Okay.
We are the ones that they detected, I'm pretty sure.
That was not super clear to me.
Okay.
Never mind, I retract Cass's statement.
No, that's cool. That's why I figured I'd just cut that out by asking for GM clarification before we waxed poetic.
Yeah, the term wall is a term that they use. The actual base is just surrounded by a barbed wire fence.
10-4.
Yeah, but you mentioned that there's like a door, whatever. You know.
towards the
So
back of the base, there's like a mountain side with a door on it.
Yeah, I just didn't know if that was. Barrier would have been, I think, more. I think my brain would have recognized that more.
Right.
I was thinking literal wall.
Well, these are also idiot henchmen, so they talk the way
the metaphysical wall.
The metaphysical wall.
All right, we're driving up to the thing.
To the gate.
Let's go.
And you had just said something about the. I think probably we could adjust what you said is that you said you wanted to mention other. How was it? You said you wanted to mention other intruders at the wall.
No, I wasn't talking to the people at the gate. I was talking to the party.
They were reminding us.
Okay.
Like, where should we go? What's the game plan as we approach?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
That was the. Yeah.
They would know who checked out. So presumably, as they would have just left the gate. So I don't know how much we can try, and talking is always better. But Lane, if you can jam communications so that they can't get past the gate, because that's going to be the first thing they do as soon as they get suspicious. Kaz, if you don't mind, you seem to be probably better than me, if not as good as me, at talking your way through situations. So if you want to give that one a go, I can assist if I find a way I can help. But if it doesn't work, we're probably going to have to murk these people too and hope for the best.
I will say, I'm pretty sure that if you might not like it, and so I apologize if this is terrible. They say as they're driving, but if you promise me something, it can make you better at doing the thing. It's hard to understand. I did it with Nemesis.
I'm able to
protection, and so I bet that I could bind you to a promise of protecting us, and that would help you better protect us. Or
I'm not going to be under anyone's gish
I'm not
personally.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying it's an oath. So you can act of your own free will, and like I wouldn't do that to you, Raw. I'm just Kaz, if you're gonna be the one who's talking, if you swear to me or make an oath that you will do your best to bluff our way inside, that's something that, your oath can bolster you.
Gaming your oaths. That's impressive.
Yeah, I know it sounds weird, I don't fully understand it yet, but it's some god shit that good old dad, I guess, gave to me, so,
The
If you swear to me
technicalities
that
are
you're-
positively fey, really. I mean, I feel like...
if you swear to me that you're gonna do something, you'll be better at doing it, and if you don't act towards it, then bad things happen, which is a side effect, but you wouldn't do that, so there's no downside, really. What do you think?
I don't know if you can hear me. I lost sound completely, and I think it might have been
no.
because my mom. Oh, you're back. Okay, I think it was because
Yes.
my mom was calling me, and my phone chimed into my headphones.
Oh,
Anyway,
Essentially, I can use Bound by Oath to make you swear an oath to me, and whenever you act
asking
towards
for?
that goal, you will. Oh, I'm just saying, if you want to swear that you will try to, or you will do all in your power to get us inside safely, or just get us inside, then
Is that
you'll
the
be
oath?
better at doing it. It's just that if you act against that, it's going to be a problem.
and that's the oath you want.
Yes. I just know that it's not exactly the most comfortable thing to be sworn to somebody.
It's not, which is why I declined before. However, if that's the oath, and that's all you ask of me, in this point of time,
I just want to make sure that you'll do all in your power to get us in there safely.
do you think that I'm not trying to?
I'm just saying that if you swear to me that you're gonna do it, it'll help. I'm just saying.
I do think that Lane's got some
It's like
sort of
speaking-
supernatural power to assist if you bind an oath. I wouldn't do it, but it will give you some sort of boon, I think, is what we're getting at.
It'll just be helpful.
I'm aware. I'm understanding. The problem is I don't trust people. I don't give my loyalty to people very easily. And
You don't
so,
have to, and it
that's
doesn't
why-
last forever. And once the thing's done, you're good.
They put their hand out. Do we shake on it?
We can do whatever we want to seal it.
You're talking too much.
I'm sorry.
What is the oath?
Lane will. I would like to bind Kaz to an oath of getting us into this military base as easily and safely as possible.
Okay.
Doing all in their ability to get us inside easily and safely.
Okay. So what that will
And I
do
can do
is it will give them an enhancement
Yeah.
in their roles.
You get a +1 enhancement to doing things to getting us inside.
Now, since you clarified those safely and all of that, if Kaz decides to get stabby, that produces a complication.
Yeah.
Why? I'm getting people in safely.
Well,
I'm doing all
Well-
that I can to get people in safely. No.
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
said to
no.
get us in safely,
Okay,
to be
okay.
fair.
okay.
I will fight this, Ian. That's why I asked. That's why. No, listen. I'm sorry. You cannot
We're getting
let me
Faye
choose
on this
Loki
shit.
as my patron, as my father, and not expect me to silver tongue my way into this.
Okay.
Because that's why I asked For clarification,
to be
of
fair,
what your
even-
oath is.
I think you were not able to hear, but even I think Rose said something when Lane kept clarifying. It's just saying, well, that's positively Faye.
Yeah. So
Oh,
that's
I heard something about Faye, but yeah.
yeah. So that's okay.
Fair, Trixie.
If all Kaz is binding themselves to get the 5 of us in safely by any means.
I said to get us in easily and safely.
You said do all I can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do all you can to get us in easily and safely. So,
that's-
And if all I can
Within
do
your
to get us
power,
in
wasn't it?
safely, yes, exactly.
Murdering
If that,
Yeah.
yeah,
that is fair.
you didn't specify I couldn't murder people. Sorry.
Okay.
I figured Kaz wouldn't agree to that, so.
So at this point, you've
You
pulled
told
up.
me not to kill.
You've pulled up to the gate.
Wait, so did we do the thing?
I mean, you've
That was-
sworn.
Oh,
You've sworn the oath. I didn't know. Like that seemed to be. Does anybody want to do anything else before you pull up to the gate?
Oh no, I just didn't know if that had like sealed it.
No, that is sealed.
Sealed
Yeah.
the oath.
Yeah, Lane
Cool.
will just reach out a hand, and they'll reach out their left hand, the hand that has the arm of Osiris attached, and will shake Kaz's hand. And for the sake of flavor, if this is okay, Ian, you'll just feel like a sort of like cold chain like roll up your arm before the feeling kind of goes away.
Hmm.
All right.
So, as you approach the gate, the guard leaves the guardhouse and starts to approach the jeep. As he approaches, he sees that Colonel's bird, that rank insignia, and salutes.
At ease, soldier.
Colonel, he's looking for your name.
Phillips, sir.
Phillips, sure.
Yeah, so that's what
Whatever,
your name badge would say.
Yeah.
Colonel Phillips. Where did you come from? Apologies, ma'am, it's my job.
Of course, I'm not questioning your protection of this area. I mean, it is your job. We passed another jeep. We heard that there were intruders. They went to scope out that situation. And I'm just checking the situation here. See if anything's running. Not quite as operational as it should.
Where's the other team? They haven't checked in.
They passed us. I'm sure they're still checking out the situation. It was at the wall, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am. Didn't you give them orders to maintain radio silence till they could verify something with their own eyes?
Exactly. So I'm assuming that that is what they're doing. And I will look at the soldier at the gate, like their name tag. And just say their,
Yeah.
look at it and then eye them up and down and, say their name.
Yeah, this is
Fucking also David.
like David.
David.
You again. No, it just
Fuck
says like
you!
he's a corporal and it says his name is Michaels.
I will also, as a note, Ian, because in my brain it was known, but I feel like I have to specify. I am making sure that I am maintaining that dead zone for electronics as much as possible.
Okay.
For their electronics, I should say.
Yeah, so their radios are still out.
Sweet. Okay.
I'll add that Jericho is purposefully silent because they have no idea how to interact with military figures. But they are a horribly stressful situation away from just igniting everything. So let's see what happens. So they might be very quiet, but don't worry. They're just very on edge.
Ro had asked Lane to try to block the communication from the guard tower just in case he got antsy. Is that something that's possible for Ro to do?
Like, ask me to do it?
When they were on the way in, Ro said, Lane, like, block that. Kaz, I think you're better than me, so you talk. Also, you're in a corporal uniform, that kind of thing. So, but basically the idea that the backup plan, violence isn't the first choice, but it might have to be the second choice, because if they get antsy, they're going to try to radio someone.
Oh yeah, I already made sure that, like, their communications are dampened.
Okay,
so they
cool.
can't...
Yeah.
Like,
just making sure that was...
guard sitch, yeah.
Because I didn't know if we meant specifically just the dead guys' radios are still dampened or what.
Oh,
so I just
no,
wanted
no.
to clarify that. Cool, awesome, thank you.
Okay, so this guard is kind of looking around. Colonel, what are your orders?
For you, keep doing what you're doing. Doing great. For us, it's to get in and make sure that everything is running smoothly. Forgive me if I don't have extreme trust in lower command.
Okay. Well, I'll have Major Winters meet you at the officers' station.
You know what? Between me and you, Winners is... I think it'd be nice if I give them a little surprise, don't you think?
No, I do
I mean,
not.
if you let them...
But I follow orders.
You do. And you do it so well.
I'm going to
If
open
you
the
just
gate now.
announce my thank you.
And so he's a little confused, but this is a corporal talking to a colonel, so he's going to do what
Cass
he's
sees the
told.
confusion and it's just... Listen. Like I said, you're doing great, and I appreciate you doing great. Here's the thing. What's their rank again?
Corporal.
Corporal. Here's the thing, Corporal. When you just announce the presence of someone of my rank, everybody's just gets into tip-top shape. And I would really much like to catch people not... Get it?
Bro will kind of lean over and be like, it's not a surprise inspection if they're expecting it, Corporal, and like wink at them. Completely out
Have
of
you
character.
ever seen Undercover Boss?
That makes sense.
And then Lane will, like, nervously look over at Kaz and
Mum's-
just...
Mum's the word then. Letting you in now.
Thank you, and congrats, Corporal. You survived your first surprise. This is me, not Kaz, trying to think. I don't know military terms. Like
Inspection.
There we go.
Inspection, yeah.
Surprise inspection.
Yes, ma'am.
Carry on.
And he kind of like walks back. You can kind of hear him over here mutter, "This is fucking weird." And he unlocks the gate. It opens automatically, and the gate is now open.
I'll drive forward.
Where would you like to drive the vehicle?
So, is this in... Okay, so when we go through, is it all, like, external? Or are we driving, like, into a building?
It is all external. There is
Okay, cool.
There is what looks to be an area off to your left where like drones could be launched, and off to your right are what appear to be barracks, and further up off to the right looks to be a vehicle hangar.
Okay.
Directly forward, A little further would be something that looks like it might be like the officers' quarters, and then beyond that, you can see that door.
Okay. Is there any sort of like guard situation that I can see near that door, or is
On-
it sort
on-
of like on its
On the
lonesome?
on the door, no, actually, there's nobody
Okay.
guarding the door.
I'm gonna drive us closest. So the closest building is like the officers' quarters.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm
think we
gonna
should
drive
go to
us. Well, I mean, if you're a corporal,
probably the vehicle hangar.
well, if you're a corporal, I should drop you off back at the officers' quarters because that's where you should be staying, Corporal. And it's
Drop me
also
off.
closer to the door, you know?
Oh, is it?
I mean, yeah, the officers' quarters are closer to where the door is.
oh,
and
okay.
you
I
Are
misunderstood
an
that.
you're an important visitor, which means that you should have your quarters in the officers' quarters. Military brat coming in handy, baby.
Real quick, out of character,
Canonical?
what was it? Was what winners?
Just
What was their rank?
Major,
Major. Okay.
you actually
Um,
outrank him.
hmm
You're
So
not
it
a
don't
corporal.
matter.
You're a colonel.
Major
Yeah.
is underneath
Yeah.
colonel.
yeah.
That's Sergeant, Major.
Yeah.
Subby.
Corporal was who we were talking to at the gate. Colonel is you. Sorry.
Corporal is just one step up
Corporal is
from private.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Private, corporal, sergeant, major. Well, it depends on the military, or the
Yeah.
branch of military as well.
And this
Yeah,
isn't
is this
even
the army?
real military.
Okay.
This is fictional military.
Yeah, this is
Um,
fictional military.
Military in a
so-
world where gods actually exist.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. So. Okay.
Closest building is officers'
character.
quarters.
To the door.
Yeah, to the door.
Okay. So. In character. Let's stop at the officers' quarters. Don't bother returning the vehicle. I'll go in and mention to winners that I have a team that was requested to go inside, and you guys go inside the door, and I will meet you there. If anybody stops and asks, those are direct orders from Major Winners.
That makes sense.
Do you want any backup? I can come with you.
We need somebody good that could smoothly talk, just in case. Talk their way out of the situation
Oh,
with the door.
All right, I'll stay.
Okay, so what I'm
And
Do you
Go
want Nemesis?
yeah, why not? Come with me.
yeah, okay.
So to be clear, you're pulling up to the officers' quarters, getting out of the Jeep and going inside.
Kaz and Nemesis are gonna, just make
Okay.
sure that Winters knows there is a team going, that was requested to go inside. And then the rest of the party will make their way to the door and inside. And if they are stopped, they are to mention that it is direct orders from Major Winters, because everybody knows Major Winters and not my character, my corporal.
Okay. Okay, so you roll up, you'll park the Jeep, you'll walk, presumably very, very confidently up the steps as an officer would, go inside, and there is, inside there's a little bit of barracks, but also there's not a lot of, looks like there's not a lot of officers here, but there's a little bit of barracks. But then there's the Major Winter's office, and you can see him behind. There's like a door and glass, just like an office would. And you can see him behind the window, like writing some stuff, some paperwork.
Okay. Is there anything like higher than a corporal? I don't know.
Yeah, there's lots of things higher than a corporal.
Okay. What if this is like information that you can give like plot wise? Like, what would make sense to mention like that? Like, who would send me? Like, I just don't know military, like, you know, but if we're outsourced, you know what? Actually, it's classified information, and questioning is not good. So that's what I'm going to go with. And I have good enough manipulation.
The three of us will continue on to the door, park around the back of a building so that there's not just a miscellaneous car, and proceed into the doorway, but we'll switch back over to that. I just wanted to let you know what was going on simultaneously.
Okay. So yeah, I would say, to answer your question, yeah, you don't really know a whole lot about this military because it's not really the military. It's sort of
right.
An organization masquerading as a military with military people in it. So, your approach has some wisdom to it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So,
all
like,
right.
yeah, coming in and saying, like, I'm from the President of the United States, for instance, would probably not work in this situation.
Yeah, no. That's I was like thinking too much into it, and then I realized that I could just say it's classified information, and questioning corporal could get you court-martialed or something, you know, like whatever.
Yeah, questioning a colonel.
Sorry, yes, colonel.
Okay. So do you
so many terms.
Do you go into his office?
No, colonel.
Yes. Colonel, yeah.
Colonel. Yes, we go into the office.
Well, he's looking at the paperwork, and then he looks up, and of course stands up and salutes you immediately, like, Colonel Phillips. What do I owe the honor?
Major, as much as I would like to tell you, it is unfortunately classified information, though I did feel it necessary to let you know that I was here. We're touring the facility, and myself and my team do have to go beyond the door, and I did not want that to be a surprise to you.
You're going into the facility?
Yes.
All right. Why don't you roll me a lie on that?
Yes, sir.
Four? Okay.
4 sitting. Yep.
He seems to believe you. All right, Colonel, I will put your authorization through with the checkpoint inside. Have you been down there before?
I haven't. This is my first time.
It's permission to speak freely.
Go ahead.
It is really creepy in there. They've got some stuff going on there that I don't know. I don't want to talk about it, but
Speaking freely myself, being a higher rank, I am privy to certain information, so the creepiness doesn't exactly surprise me, nor does, I guess, once you mention that, the request, the nature of the request of why I'm here. But I appreciate this sort of wording.
he looks like he's about
Though,
he looks like he's about to tell you something, but then he kind of holds his tongue in deference of rank.
If this is not too forward, Major, where I suppose I come from is a little bit, I wouldn't say lax. However, I do not only command respect of my subordinates, but I also give respect, and I would like to embody that here as well. So please, if you feel like you need to tell me something or that you want to, go ahead.
Well, I don't know, like, just be careful what you touch in there. I mean, there's those things that just scream constantly, and I've heard they have a leprechaun down there, and I don't even know if I believe that, but
If you're lucky, I might try to confirm that for you. And they'll just wink at him.
thank you. Standard protocol is not to engage leprechauns.
Of course not, I would never. I mean, given the lore, I don't think I would necessarily want to. Yes?
I am desperate for next season. We've got to have a spin-off called the Leprechaun Protocols. We're all just playing leprechauns, raising hell in a military facility.
He said that with absolute 100% seriousness too. Like,
oh yeah, no, 100%.
Like he just told you, you know, make sure you wear standard safety equipment when you go around the nuclear reactor. He told you standard protocol is not to engage with leprechauns.
Yeah, there's a story behind that. And if we had, if we weren't here on a specific mission, I would inquire further.
Well, I'll get you the proper clearance and carry on.
Thank you very much. And sorry, because I am new here, actually, one more request. They didn't give me blueprints to the facility. However, they did ask that I check several of the specific areas, and can't exactly. I don't want to wander in on leprechauns, so I can't exactly do that if I don't know the area. If you could provide me with those, I would greatly appreciate it.
I cannot. I've not been given those.
That makes so much sense about the leprechauns, then.
Standard navigation within the facility is facilitated by the digital systems in there.
Well, they are more on top of it than I expected. I can't say that I'm not impressed. Well, once again, thank you, Major, and you may return to your duties.
And he will salute you and resume his paperwork. Also, while kind of going to his radio and radioing down to somebody to tell him about your clearance.
Before we leave, and as we're talking, and I will roll if you would like me to, could I look down and see if there's anything of import that he is working on, like his paperwork?
Yeah.
So I assume I'm standing at his desk.
Yeah, if you want, you could do that.
If you don't think that I will gain anything from it, then I don't have to.
Yeah, narratively, I don't think there's much to gain for it. So,
okay,
it looks like standard paperwork.
Cool. Then we shall take our leave and join the others.
So you join the others. Are you all in front of the door?
Depends on how long it takes us, but that doesn't sound like it was a very long conversation, so we probably had just about enough time to park the Jeep behind a building and walk to the door, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Lane would just have, parked the Jeep for a while, and is just sitting there, trying to figure out if the radio in the Jeep will get, normal radio stations, or if it's just their,
Wait, Lane's in the Jeep? Y'all didn't go to the door? That was the plan!
Oh, I'm sorry! No, then I went to the door! I apologize.
So it would be very funny if Lane was just hanging out in the Jeep and I'm like, we arrive at the door and we're just like, where's Lane? In the Jeep.
I'm sorry. I was thinking about like before you had my brain was in a completely different place. I apologize.
Lane was
No,
told
yeah.
to not talk and then got confused and decided
And
it was
didn't
best to
move.
not ask clarifying questions because they might get in trouble.
Lane was like, I'll just sit here.
It's
Where
like,
are you
I'll
guys?
figure it
Never
out.
mind. Never mind.
Nope.
Okay.
I don't want to get in
Yeah,
trouble
no.
with Mommy Cats.
So let's proceed to the door.
Yes.
Just
Door
because that's
time.
and so as you approach the door, it's a fairly large door. It looks like it could maybe like it's several humans tall. Like it's about 10 foot tall. It is emblazoned with that logo. And as you approach it, there's just sort of an ominous clicking noise of what sounds like locks being released, and the door opens in front of you to a hallway that is a fairly standard hallway. It's a long corridor with fluorescent lights, vaguely smells of kind of like this chemically clean smell. And you can see at the end of the hallway there is sort of a plexiglass window with another guard station.
Cool.
Sorry, I was heckling people in the chat.
Then that was inside the door, right?
Yes.
Kaz will stay behind you then if you're the corporal here.
Yeah. And I mean, I assume that like Winners radioed them inside the door, so like they won't stop us or anything. They'll just, we'll give a nod and continue on.
Yeah, and I am continuing to, whenever we're like in areas where there are people, I'm just like silencing their cell phones.
Okay. There's no cell phones.
Caswell?
I am a movie theater attendant. I'm just like, make sure you fucking silence these people. No, but I'm turning off communications and cameras as well, if I can.
Caswell will like motion Lane forward to stand beside them because
Yes, mommy, I mean, ma'am.
And just like leaning close to the, like, in case anybody is like nearby to listen, just your arm is going to lead the way, correct?
Yes.
It's
Lead on.
it's this away.
Yeah, I'm just like... It's I'm like Prince Ashitaka. I'm just like, oh, okay. It's
So
this way.
The gentleman at the plexiglass kind of just salutes you, and he unlocks the door, which opens the second set of doors, which again is also, this is a smaller set of doors, and it's about human sized again this time, and with again the logo emblazoned on it. And he looks at you, he says, "Yep, I have your clearance, Colonel." Well, he does one of those things where he has to push the button to talk to you. I have your clearance, Colonel. Standard issue scans when you go in. Should only take a moment.
Kaz just nods. Thank you, soldier. And then they like look at Lane about like the scanners.
Yeah, I will attempt to suppress. And I don't know, so there's the wireless interface thing doesn't just say that I can like suppress it, it's that I can control it more or less. So I would like to not necessarily, for the sake of making sure that we're not like suspicious because it just malfunctioned suddenly, I'd love to make it appear that we are like normal.
All right.
humans if possible.
So here's how we're going to do this: is you're going to make a hack roll. You're going to need 3 successes to get into the system on its own, and then every 2 successes after that, you can control one particular security system.
Okay.
And there's a lot of different things, and we can talk about them once you get into the system. We can talk about what you can sense your successes on. Right now, you're kind of being not herded because no one's behind you, but you're going into a room that looks like it's a standard series of kind of biological scanners, and what on the ceiling looks like might be one of those divinity scanners.
Okay.
So that's a heads up on that. So
Cool.
if you want any insistence on that roll, you can probably get at least a +3 enhancement if people help you with their roll.
Yeah.
I can help however much I can. But if it takes more, I think biological scans. We'll probably be fine with biological scans because that's just human, biology. So like it's the divinity scanner that we need to worry about. So you don't have to put any effort into anything else other than the divinity scanner.
Yeah. More or less.
Roll wise.
So Kaz, you're going to make a roll
So-
based on how you're assisting, and the number of successes up to 3 is going to be the amount of enhancement you provide to Lane's roll.
Okay. I have technology security systems. Does that lend
Absolutely, it
help
would.
here? Okay, cool.
And then I'll do my intellect tech stuff.
So sorry, that is only 1 success.
Okay, but it's still a +1 enhancement. So kind of presumably you're like next to Lane with the phone, like, no, that one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, kind of how you did before.
Yeah, that's just.
Yeah, you're not doing it. You're not doing it right. You're backseat hacking.
That's just a thermal. That's just a thermal scanner. We don't care about the thermal scanner.
So 7 successes total if we're counting the one from Kaz.
Okay, so you have a total of 8.
Oh, nice. 6.
Right. So
Oh,
so
no. I got 6 successes, and then if I'm getting 1 success from Kaz, then 7 altogether.
Oh, 7. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have 3 successes, which gets you into the system.
Sorry, point of order. Doesn't Kaz have an enhancement though?
Oh,
from the
actually,
So then
from
that's
getting
That
us
would be an
in.
8 total,
Okay.
wouldn't it?
Yes, so that'll bring it up to 8.
Aha! So 8, yeah.
okay.
So this is
Yay!
Kaz
Forgot about
specifically. You're right, because this is Kaz specifically assisting Lane. That does provide an incentive, and thank you for reminding me of that. So you
No
do
problem,
have
just min-maxing in the backseat here.
you do have 8 successes. So 3 of those are going to be spent on getting into the system. Now,
Okay.
some other things that you can access. I will let you turn off the divinity scanners. Just turn them off for 1 success. If you want to control them, it would cost you 2.
Okay.
Some other things, but just to get you thought about. Some other things that come up are the facility information, a 2 success buy that I will just call buying you time,
Oh.
which you can interpret how you want. I'll keep that nebulous. 2 successes would also get you access to the base's virtual assistant.
Okay.
And we have 8.
You have 8 to spend. Well, you have 5 to spend because 3 got you into the system.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. So I would like to spend 2 to control the divinity thing.
Okay.
To
Think that's
show
fine.
us as being normal rather than just shutting it down.
Mhm.
That leaves you with 3.
I would like to. I think getting the system information would be better than the system assistant
Okay.
IMO, which is also
Can't
2,
trust.
right?
Okay.
Can't
Yes.
trust AI.
So you're down to 1 success. So 1 success would buy you. You could, like, if you wanted to shut down security cameras, you could do that. I think. Like, you can control them.
Yeah, if I could. Oh, man. Could I use it for, like, comm stuff instead?
Do you want to just shut down the comms?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 1 success is turning them on and off. So
Okay, cool.
Communications
yeah.
are
Just
down.
turning off the comms. Sweet. Sick. Yeah, that is
Okay.
what I will do.
So you stepping into the room, you're doing all that, and a green light appears next to the divinity scanner. The biological scans go through, and then some kind of like smoke pours into the room, but you don't suspect that it's not gas or anything. It's probably just standard. You're being cleaned. And
What is the like disinfectant thing?
yeah, it just feels like a standard sort of disinfectant. Yeah.
Interesting.
And then from there you enter the second set of doors. This is like an airlock opens, and you come into a room. There's a very long room with what appears to be a large catwalk. The catwalk is surrounded on all sides by what appears to be plexiglass over another large room. And you can see through the plexiglass if you look down what looks to be a lot of people hooked up to like various kinds of machines. Some of them look like pods that people are in. Some of them look like they're IVs. Some of them look like they're maybe using like a gas on people, but they look like just people hooked up to all these different machines. And there's like maybe right now about 50 of those down there at the bottom. And then at the end of the hallway across the catwalk is another door.
The hell is going on here?
These are people like us.
That's what I was afraid of.
Let's get to the door.
I'm gonna look at my arm and try and vibe check and see if it's pulling in a specific direction.
Okay. Yeah, it's towards that door. And I will say
Sick.
that if you're starting to walk across the catwalk, you do notice kind of at the sides of the room below you where you couldn't see right from one end of the room. You can see some lab technicians looking at different pads on the edges of the room or computers and stuff, like they're monitoring something. And as you get towards the door, there are steps that lead down to that room. So there's this door, and then there's like a series of steps. You couldn't quite see it from the other side, but it's kind of in the wall, and you could go down to that room if you wanted to. But the arm is telling to move forward. That's where you want to go if you're going after Osiris.
I would like to, if there are cameras that I can see or sense, I would like to try to get them so they're not pointing towards the door. I don't want to fully turn them off, but I'd like to see if I can make them kind of like swivel away.
Well, you can't.
I can or I can't?
You cannot, because that's not one of the systems. Was that one of the systems you did? I thought you did the communication.
No, but I did do like communication and stuff like that, but I just assumed that like once we passed through the divinity sensor, like, I'm not really worried about that anymore. Because, like, I only wanted it to be affected while we were going through it so that we could pass through it undetected.
Okay.
More than anything else.
Okay. So.
And I can make another roll for it if you'll allow me, but,
No, that's not that interesting, I think. So we can say that you can turn the cameras away. And I will say, I will remind you that you do have access to the virtual assistant.
Oh, I didn't choose the virtual assistant. I chose the, just like the system information or something like that. The other one.
Oh, okay.
Because I decided that the virtual assistant would probably not be trustworthy.
Okay.
Necessarily.
Okay.
But yeah, I chose the system information so that ideally, if there are any passwords or anything that we need to use.
There is not. There is not. Doesn't appear to be many passwords in this place.
Okay.
But.
Kaz, like, so they go through the door. Let's get through the door. They go through the door. Kaz turns to Lane and it's just, did you do anything with the cameras?
Yes.
Throughout the facility, are cameras going to be monitoring us?
Well, I can... Moving forward, I can turn them so they're not focusing on us.
They might already know we're here. I mean, they're in everything. Remember, they are internet incarnate. We need to get in and out fast. Do what you can with the cameras, but I think we should prepare for them already knowing.
For sure. I mean, I'm just trying to minimize the grunts, if you will, knowing that we're here. The humans watching the cameras, avoid dealing with them, you know?
Probably nothing compared to whatever power they've sucked out of these people. But let's get Osiris, and hopefully he can help us further.
Yeah, I just want to get him and get out.
Where's the arm telling us to go?
So you're going. You said you went through the door at the end already, or?
Yes.
Okay, so
Ideally.
you crossed the catwalk and gone into the other door.
Yes.
Okay. So if you go through that door, it's a little strange because you go through the door and what you see is no hallway to your right, but a descending hallway that moves out of view as you look to your left, which appears to sort of spiral. But also it's descending.
Okay.
Osiris time.
Osiris time.
Let's fucking get... I gotta go find my dad!
Okay.
I'm just like... I'm going
Shit,
freaks,
yeah.
baby. I'm trying
Nobody
to...
hit on Osiris because it's Lane's dad.
Yeah, come on.
I know that
y'all.
we're all like mythology, but that's a little too much. Let's go.
He's also...
That was CJ,
like...
by the way, not Ro.
Oh, okay.
Just want
yeah.
you to know that.
Can you, Ian,
Important distinction.
real quick, describe like where that spiral staircase was again?
It's not a staircase. It's like a ramp.
Oh,
and it's just like after you went through that door, you just meet pretty much a wall to the right, and then a descending hallway ramp down into a spiral.
Gotcha. Is that where the arm is telling us to go?
Yeah, the arm is definitely telling you to go that way.
Alright,
So we follow the arm.
Go.
I'm
So-
using it like a metal detector.
So as you
Like a
descend,
dusting rod, man.
As you're descending this hallway, you do note that there are no cameras on the way down here. And
Interesting.
every once in a while, you come across some doors, and like to the right of you, so they would be sort of towards the inside of the spiral. And the first door you notice says Death Protocol.
Is my arm like going
No.
towards that?
It's not.
No. Okay. Death.
No, it's telling us to go down.
Okay.
However, Death Protocol was the thing that overrided Talos.
No, that was Vesuvius.
That was Vesuvius Protocol.
Oh, the Vesuvius Protocol. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a protocol. I think it's worth checking. Yeah.
Given the fact that I was able to hack into the systems, I'm not sure how deeply or how much info I got from that, from when we were initially getting in and I did that. I'm not sure if I learned anything about the protocols or anything like that
So
with that success.
Here's an interesting thing about that, is that it's like the data is there, but it can't be accessed unless you're in the room.
I don't really like that.
It's like it feels like another layer of security to ensure that only people that were maybe working on whatever this project is could access the data.
Maybe.
I would like to go into the room.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that would.
Not everybody else has to. I'm saying this as Kaz.
So you're open.
Lane will
Because
say it.
If
I
get
do want to go
questioned,
into.
All right. So you open the door and reload your last save. You are dead. No, I'm kidding.
Fuck.
No,
Love that.
you open the door. Well, it said Death Protocol. Why would you? No. You open the door, and inside the room is a series of 4 tanks with sort of a green. They look like they have a green kind of gassy mist in them.
Oh. I thought you meant like military tanks, and I was like,
Oh
yeah.
no, I'm sorry.
Well,
Like
what?
like a bit more like a
Biotanks.
bio.
Are there any?
Yeah.
Is there any sort of like interface that, or a computer or anything like that within the room that we can see?
There is
Or that
what
Lane can
looks to
pick up
be
on?
there is what looks to be an interface at the end of the room that's a little bit of a holographic projector. It's not on, but
Lane, you
Oh,
have
fuck with
access to this. No, you have access to the information now.
Because we're in the room.
it. Oh yeah.
do you proceed further into the room to get back?
If Lane
to
makes that step, Kaz will mom arm.
Yeah, Lane will start walking into the room and get mom armed. and
Oh,
just go,
Nemesis,
"What?
no! Kaz will also mom arm Nemesis.
What did I do?"
I mean, if you're in your room, this room, if you have death purview, like something death related is in this room, yes.
So, Ro, kind of on the precipice, just says, "So do we think the death protocol is in case someone dies, or to make someone die?"
I think
Maybe
it's
that's what
in
the
regards
files say.
to death gods, probs. Yeah,
Can you
Can
read?
you look in the files?
Yeah.
Sorry.
yeah. I'm gonna try and that's a Raven that shit. Well,
Okay,
not
so
really. That's a
I
Raven.
think
But, you
I
know.
think with your remote access, you would have to step through the door, but you don't necessarily have to get
Yeah.
close to the tanks.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
That's-
I assumed that we
like,
went in the room. Yeah,
Okay,
as
so
Kaz had said.
so if you try to access the information, the holographic display that appears to look like what you think you remember that is that doctor that was with Anubis appears.
Okay.
This asshole.
And it just says, it's holographic. It gives you almost like a feeling it's a recording.
Yeah, what a douchebag to like make his own. Yeah. Anyway.
And it just says like death protocol, early experimentation. One of our early death experiments was with these creatures. We were reserved enough to realize they show up roughly before specific deaths. This data was passed to the Fate Weave project, and we realized we could summon them by causing death. This in turn taught us much about how to manipulate the underworld and visualize the death soul concept. At this point, though, weaponization of these specters seems ideal. And then it shuts off.
That just makes me think of like oh god, what are they? Is it whippoorwills? No, psychopomps.
As cast, are there ghosts in those tanks that we can't see? To let whoever sees ghosts, I forget who, like Lane.
Yeah, Lane will sort of like
so-
listening to that. If I could make any assumptions about things, at least like in Megan's brain, I'm thinking psychopomps, but I'm not sure if Lane would like pick up on anything in particular undead related.
Right, so I would say that the feeling you get is not necessarily ghosts, because you're all used to seeing ghosts and talking to ghosts. The feeling you get is something related to death, and this feeling, this like overwhelming feeling that someone is going to die soon.
Yeah, can I look in the tanks?
Good.
Yeah, what's in them?
If you get closer to one of the tanks, there is a loud thump as whatever's in the tank comes up against it, and a skeletal face with waving, stringy hair appears to be screaming, but it's not, you can't hear it.
Are you a wraith?
I can't hear you either.
I don't like this place.
Actually, Ro, if you have an occult roll.
Happily, yes,
specifically.
please.
I am also very good with occult shit, I will say, and I'm great with post-mortem and ghost shit.
It is not a ghost.
Intellect?
No.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Okay.
Oh!
Intellect.
Ooh.
Okay. Ooh, we've got a couple of explodings. Let me count my successes first.
Dr. Pond, what are you doing?
3, 4, and 2 exploding. Oh, I've just thrown one on. Not more fire, there we go. Right. Plus the 2 exploding. That's 7
also great-
successes.
How many?
7.
7? Yeah, you're from Ireland. That's a fucking banshee.
That's what
Did you say that that's not a ghost?
It's not a
technically,
ghost. Yeah.
She's a banshee. Is the she is the fae and ban is the woman. So anyway, I'm
also great with cryptids and the supernatural. I'm familiar with the women in
a
white.
scion of the Tuatha and the Morrigan. This is my field.
All I'm saying is that I'm familiar. I've hunted down a couple of them. Have
you've
I
met a
dealt with
banshee,
them?
have you?
Bro.
You've just
I
met
haven't
one now.
Bro.
Oh no, I haven't met one. I would
No,
rather.
you've just met one now. That's in the tank. That's a banshee.
Bro.
Yeah.
What do you think this thing would do if we let it out?
Scream.
Well, it's highly debated whether there will shepherd's death or simply announces it, so I'm not sure I'd want to try.
Seems cruel to leave it in here.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're... Could we, us Death Purview folks, is there a way to kind of get, like, the... Can we vibe check these? Can we
vibe check the Banshee?
I'm sorry, can we vibe check the Banshee? Like, I'm just thinking from the perspective of, like, Lane knows of, I assume, like, a great deal of the entities that are meant to pass folks on to the, like,
Okay.
next life, considering their, like, bullshit.
You think if you probably let the Banshee
Banshee's
out,
too.
it's going to scream and be very uncomfortable for everyone involved. Like, it might not try...
We'd like to...
You don't think it would try to kill you necessarily, but, like, nobody likes to hear the cry of a Banshee.
Okay.
But would
So
they
we are-
leave? Or would
we
they
are
just
trying
chill?
to be... We're trying to not draw attention to us.
Right, but I was just thinking
But-
it'd be a hell of a distraction.
Yeah, if we need a distraction on our way out, that's
Yes,
that's a kicker.
on the way out.
Fine.
Because
Come on, let's keep going.
People might not think I have a heart. However, I think that on our way out, if we let out all of those Scions down there, I wouldn't be opposed. On our way out.
On our way out, I support that. It feels wrong to leave them if we can help it. And maybe the
Banshees and
Banshees
anything
will
else
help out.
included. Maybe those leprechauns will cause some havoc too.
So there's leprechauns and Banshee down here. Great.
This is a very it's. Have you guys seen Shrek?
No!
we
I've
keep
just
going?
had my own fucking folklore to deal with. Can we go?
This is wild, y'all. I am having an experience. Yeah, let's keep going.
This has gotta be what all of the Sami people feel like when they see Christmas movies. Can we go follow your arm to the end of the rainbow? Lucky Charms and bullshit? Let's go.
Hey man, I am not part of that.
No, you're not,
oh.
so stop talking about it.
Shit. Okay. Lane will just like kind of stick
Ushers
their arm
everyone
out.
Okay. So as you continue down,
Ro hasn't
spiral.
been an asshole for 5 minutes, I'm sorry.
you
Beautiful.
So
do,
valid.
you do come across another door that says security coding protocol.
Ooh,
That's what the leprechaun.
I have security.
I'm so fucking good. Kaz and I will hack the shit out of this place.
Because if we can remotely, in character, let's go into the room. If this is what accesses the entire facility on our way out, we release everything. That is a hell of a distraction. Let's see what's in
Yes.
Smart.
Yes.
Okay.
In character, Lane is saying this.
Let's see what the two of you
there.
can do
Yes.
You open the door, and in the door appears to be what is a sphinx hooked up to a lot of wires into its like head, and it is just repeating 0 1 0 0 1 0 1 0 1
Oh,
0
no,
0
no, no.
They
1, 0.
firewalled the place through a fucking sphinx.
That's smart.
But
Can-
shouldn't the Sphinx be allowed to tell riddles? Like, isn't that its shtick?
Yeah.
In its
it's supposed
defense,
to.
it is saying it as if it's posing a question. 0 1 0 0 1 1.
Can Lane try
I
to
don't
like
speak binary.
because we're all non-binary here. Throwback. Can Lane try to like decipher the
Also,
binary?
Lynn, remember that you have access to the system. You could just read.
Well, that's true, but like I'm not sure if the Sphinx is like kind of doing its own thing, so I'm just trying to like.
Maybe the system will tell you.
That is true. Also, I can
you have
figure out.
access to the system, and we don't, so you need to relay it to us, like what each room is like about.
There's another pad here that you could turn on.
Yeah, I would like to try an interface and figure out what's going on here.
Okay. It turns on, you see that sort of doctor person again, and he says, "We've been using the Sphinx as a potential digital security upgrade. By examining its cerebral cortex, the riddle protocol was developed. Combining the usual firewall and redundancies with these endless riddles has had the effect of baffling most hacks. Divine hacks are still an issue, but it is hoped that new research on the Sphinx will aid this as well." And he disappears.
Is that something that everybody can witness when I do that?
Yeah, it comes on just like it just comes
Cool.
on like
Okay.
it's a recording.
Yeah, I would like to see if I can try and interface with the Sphinx and try to break through the mix of like riddles and binary code to see if I can.
I can also help because I have security systems, and then your advantage thing.
Hell yeah.
To make it a little easier, I think that it's very difficult to hack into the Sphinx because it is in fact a living Sphinx. So what they've appeared to have done is hooked up a bunch of wires to its brain, and then they're using the electronic reverberations from its brain sort of telling riddles to enhance their own security. So, but understanding that gives you a little bit more insight into their security protocols. So we can give you like a +1 enhancement on future hacks. Rather than rolling for it, because...
Okay.
Yeah, I am also just like very curious to see if there's a way that I can like unhook the Sphinx or like communicate with the Sphinx itself, because like I feel pretty bad for this creature, and Lane is fascinated with the Sphinx. They wrote a D&D campaign that was specifically focused on the Egyptian gods, and they had a high focus on the Sphinx being high-ranking members of all of the different cities. And this is not Megan speaking, this is definitely Lane speaking.
I feel like Lane tried to talk to Ro about this several times, but Ro was just entirely too high to understand any of it.
Look, man, it's a simple game. It's very easy. You just roll d20s.
That's all you have to do.
That sounds
You don't
great.
have to.
I'm glad
You don't
you're
have to
having
roll
fun.
a bunch of d10. Like all you have to do is.
Great. Glad you're having a good time. You go play with your friends.
Unhooking it would be, I think, a medicine check. Because this is clearly a medical procedure. But...
I am very good with medicine.
Case in point, what you know about sphinxes. Like, are you sure it's not just going to immediately wake up, ask you a riddle, and then try to murder you?
I don't care.
We have other things to do.
Yeah.
Hey man, but if we answer the riddle correctly, I mean,
We have other
one,
things to
we're
do,
gonna
Lane.
free it though. It'll be happy. It'll be pleased.
On our way out.
I really
you want to
don't
find
want to be in here
Osiris.
too long.
Come on, let's
Plus, if
stick to it. We'll free sphinxes and banshees and chupacabras and stuff later.
If we believe that unhooking the Sphinx allows everything else to escape, if we believe that can be the case, then it's going to happen.
Well, if this is hooked up to its security system, we're essentially disabling the security system.
I
Yeah, but we
think we
might
should
die in
find
the
Osiris
process.
first.
It is not hooked up to the
And that-
security system.
Thank
It
you,
is-
Oh, I
God.
thought that it
It is
was.
an enhancement. It is an
Thank you, God.
enhancement to their, yeah, it says God says. They're using, like I said, they're using its electronic brainwaves to enhance their own security system.
So it will
Okay.
cripple their security systems
No,
if
it
we.
will not. Like, they've already done the.
Shush! Shut
I'm
up,
not trying
God!
to shut you down.
You don't
we
know
need to
me.
find Osiris.
Hey, do you
We need to
remember when
find
you wanted to
Osiris.
go be a tourist in a museum when the rest of us were following a handprint? Do you remember that? Do you
No.
want to go now?
I have no memory of this place. Yeah, let's. No, let's.
Out of character,
let's
thank you
find-
for letting
let's
me
find my
heckle
dad.
you. I appreciate you as a person.
So
I am
Find your dad.
infinitely more mean. I'm so sorry.
And I need
Yeah, let's go find my dad.
Listen, I think that this is as long as Megan as a person is not upset about this, I think that this is very in character for Lane to just kind of take this as a museum and a rescue trip and get distracted,
Oh, yeah.
and while everybody else is just like, we need to find your fucking dad.
yeah.
Let's go.
It's like, but wait, there's a cool thing there.
Bro's canonically a bit of a turd, so as long as we're good above the table, just, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, we're good. It's just Lane at every possible instance of mythical creature is like, shit, let's deal with this. Like, I want these to be my best friends. Come on, guys.
I've been
And
looking
like,
for this
no,
in my
I went,
camcorder
"Oh."
for 10 years.
yeah.
He's just like, let me take a picture.
So
Alright.
All right. Down the
See if
hall.
we can, yeah.
If
We'll
you
see if we
continue
can
down
do
the
something
hall-
with that Sphinx on the way out. Let's go.
yeah, if you continue down the hall, there are 2 more doors. One says pharmaceuticals, one says financial. But
Deal with
then
it on our way out, I think.
But if you get further down, you can see the end of the spiral is opening up into a larger chamber.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say,
Downward spiral.
out of character, Ian, you've made me too curious about what's behind each of these doors now. I don't know if I can't indulge that. We don't have to go in and address the problem, I just want to know what's behind each of them.
You can.
So we had financials and we had
Pharmaceuticals.
Pharmaceuticals.
pharmaceuticals. What if we just cracked
another
it
fancy
back in
way to
character?
define it.
What if we just cracked open
Some-
each of the doors just to make sure there's
Let's
nothing
go
in there?
find a god first.
Yeah, if I don't
God
get to
first,
free a
everything else.
Sphinx,
Everything else.
you don't get to look in the pharmaceuticals door, Ro.
Okay, it just feels like the world is designed in an intricate and depthy way, and I might want to understand that.
Eh.
It
But I
sounds
guess-
like
Go.
whatever overarching god is trying to put things in our path for some reason, and we're just trying to play their little game like little puppets, and we'll just do whatever the god wants us to do.
Oh, so now you want to move forward.
What's in the big
You know,
chamber?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go towards the arm.
If
Don't
you
think
move,
now's the time for conspiracy theories.
yeah. Oh, this is the best part for conspiracy theories. Here we go.
This is my time to shine. I'm taking out my fucking camcorder.
As you get to the end of the spiral, you open up into a larger room, and in this room, what appears to be almost like one of those large holographic globes, except it's not a globe. It looks like almost like a ball, a rolled up ball of twine, or like loose fitting like rubber bands. And there is an individual kind of working around it. This whatever it is, he's like working on an interface of some sort and not really acknowledging you.
Not a human?
He's something.
With my like sent the unseen, or not sent the unseen,
And the divine.
sent the divine. Am I
Yes.
is my nose twinging?
There's
This
something divine about this individual.
Lane will note that to the crew.
And there's
That's
just
not
one?
Osiris, right?
Just one.
And they're like pulling at twine.
There's
Red.
this big kind of like rubber band ball kind of looking thing that's holographically projected above him. And he's kind of working at an interface of it. He's not actually pulling on anything.
Are there any like features about them that stand out?
Just he looks a lot like a standard lab technician. And actually, I'll put these on because they're ridiculous, but they work for the character. So he's wearing these.
Oh my god.
Yes.
You well done there, buddy?
Are you gonna put it down?
5 more seconds.
Ace, did you
Okay.
want to say something?
Now, if you
What's this?
Yeah, so what happened is as soon as you addressed him, he says 5 more seconds, counts down from 5, and then turns around to you. I
What's this about?
to wait 5 seconds because that puts us in a better place for probability for the right outcome for all of this.
What outcome is that?
Probability.
Well, the outcome where, I don't know, like you rescue Osiris and you all don't die.
We appreciate it.
You.
Great.
a balance.
Who's another
Wait.
review?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's complicated. I'm Nostradamus. Not like the Nostradamus. Okay, listen. Not
No.
the Nostradamus. No, just listen. Not the Nostradamus. That's just what people call me. But I'm also the Nostradamus. I think it's the way it works. I'm a clone.
Scion of.
No, not a Scion. They took his DNA and made me. So I think technically I'm a clone, but it's more complicated than that because I think I've got elements of like the Oracle of Delphi in me, some Norns. I don't think they got a fate, and then somewhere up here there's a bit of an old supercomputer, and it's just you can understand why this is all so confusing for me.
And they created you.
Okay, so
And a man of speaking.
friend or
with.
foe?
Oh, I'm not here to hurt you.
Are you here to let other people hurt us?
No. If anything, I think I'm here because I'm supposed to be here. That's at least
Supposed to
what
help us.
Well,
The
as much as you can be helped, yes.
the rubber band ball. What's that?
This is a fate weave.
Yep. Cool. Thought so.
So,
Okay.
Threads of fate?
Yeah, kind of. Except this one's more complicated, and I think that's why they created me. Is putting all these crazy fate reading, future predicting wackos up here. They're trying to see what other realities would be like, or if they could affect fate, or if they could change it, or if. But they were so wrong.
I'm sorry, wait, so other realities?
Yeah,
Gods
there's like.
can affect fate, right?
And that's the thing, is I think that these folks, the big head honcho of this group, wants to change fate. Particularly because, well, your kind is more affected by such things, right? But they can't figure it out. They're too linear. They're too linear. This is not linear. Here, let me show you. And he turns to the thing. Look here. This particular piece here. And he grabs one of the strands. If I pull this, just a touch, I moved the stock market crash to 1928. Right? You follow so far?
Yeah.
You don't have to. This isn't the important part. Look, up here, do you see what happened? No, of course not.
Pull on one thread, it affects all the others.
Right.
Ripples
So
in a pond.
if you look here, I pulled this, but not in that reality, but in another one up here, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Secret of the Ooze came out 2 years later.
What did that change? No, I didn't. Never mind.
Well,
Did it bomb?
So what you're saying is that
it was phenomenal, but down the line is
Obviously.
World War III.
So
in that
you're
reality.
saying that if you pull one of these strings, that Kate Bush is running up that hill will be appreciated during its time versus 20 plus years later in a show.
No, I think that's one of the constants. Assuming that there is a
Oh.
Kate Bush in every reality.
Oh, there definitely should be.
The UK always liked her at the right time.
That's fair.
So this is. So they're trying to sort out the events that are catastrophic and not the ones that are mundane, right?
They're trying to figure out the canon events.
Or
Yes,
are
that
they
is
trying to
insightful.
change it to their own favor rather than
You know, you should
necessarily
really
make it
watch this
right?
one movie.
Lane.
I was speaking.
So
I'm
I
sorry.
pulled.
I'm sorry, Ro.
But see, that's the thing, is that when I pulled that stock market crash, so for instance, no matter what I did, I couldn't move the stock market crash. So Nemesis, yeah, your Nemesis, that's right. I saw it. There are constants. And even if we move them, sometimes they show up in other realities, sometimes they there's presumably always a Kate Bush, presumably there's always Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Secret of the Ooze. These things always happen. And so no matter how much you pull, there's gonna be things that always happen. That's what they don't get.
Some things are bound by fate.
Well, especially you.
Yeah.
Rough.
Can you tell us where? Can you tell us where Osiris is?
Not yet.
Fair enough.
Soon. Again, the
Fair enough.
probability.
Can you tell us?
I'm trying to. We don't have a lot of time before this. Oh, that's gonna be messy. But we don't have a lot of time before I'm gone.
How do you pull at that pole?
Hold on, that's not relevant. So you're gonna die?
Yeah, I die most of the time.
By
Okay,
whose
so
hand?
how do we... How do we write what they did? What's the possibility? What's the probability? What do you see that can help us write what they did?
How would I put
Or
that?
what they're doing?
Now, there's already a wrongness that's happened. That something else that happened in another reality moved the one in this reality. Okay, but certain events are still going to happen. I think their plan in this reality is to cause Ragnarok. See, it's not their job to cause Ragnarok. It's yours.
Right.
From what I read, yeah.
When? So it's our job to cause Ragnarok to keep them from causing Ragnarok?
Well, it's not your only job, but like, I don't think they can cause Ragnarok if they tried. But Ragnarok might be the only thing that stops them. And it's gonna happen one way or another.
If we start it, can we stop it?
Maybe.
So,
The ending
Are you
on that
saying
one's
there-
not written in stone. It's not on the cloud yet. How would I put it? But you're gonna have to make a choice.
So it's gonna happen regardless. So it's either we start it or they do.
We're
Yeah.
going out.
I think there's implications if they start it. I haven't been able to see that far. Probably because I'm here. And there's another Nostradamus somewhere there. I don't know. It's crazy.
Alright. Nostradamus 2. Does Ragnarok happen in every reality or just this one? Do we make Ragnarok happen in every reality or just this one?
I think in most of them. Yeah. It's y'all.
Does that usually turn out good?
It's good.
For
as
us?
Ragnaroks can be.
Do we make it out okay?
I think that's one of the non-constants. Is what you do with it once it starts. I mean, maybe you can do better than these shits or the other shits, you know?
Who else is kept here? Osiris? And are there any other head honchos, big gods?
No other gods here. They got particularly good at grabbing up the Egyptian ones.
That seems pretty fucked up.
It has to do with the Netjer having ties to their names. So, getting a hold of their names and getting a hold of stuff that pulled them in was a little easier. Hades, for
Yeah.
example, would just go back to his room and pout instead of coming out.
Can you tell us now where Osiris is?
You'll find him soon enough. But, you know, while I'm here, can I answer anything about you all? Anything about... I mean, the hatch is over there. He's gonna be down the hatch. He's a little...
Do you know how to get Loki? Do you know how to release Loki?
So he kind of looks at you. He kind of lowers these things, which I'm not going to keep super low because now it's really wacky vision.
Fantastic.
He's in there, but he's not in there.
Don't know. He said he's stuck.
Wait.
He said that.
Kaz, are you saying that Loki is inside of you right now?
I think he's like stuck in my consciousness. I don't know.
That's
Stuck in your consciousness.
He's in my head. I don't know. But he's stuck there.
well, like the cranberries.
This makes sense. Well, I think he's dead. From the last I heard. I don't get all the news down here, but I'm pretty sure he's dead. That being the case, he's probably not your dad. Implies something else, doesn't it?
What does it imply?
Something. I'm unsure on this. It's almost like you're both on some kind of wavelength, right?
Guess he sees what I see, hears what I hear. I mean, but he doesn't control me. I have my own autonomy. If anything, he's the one that doesn't have it.
Yeah, I wonder if he's in there. Okay. Well, we're down to about 5 seconds. Damn.
Till what?
Does
till-
Ragnarok start the way they all say?
and he's not able to finish before a bullet goes through his head.
Oh,
And he
yikes.
says
Fuck.
7 seconds was too off and falls over.
He mentioned the hatch, right?
Yep.
So much
Everybody
I
get in.
wanted to know.
There. A bullet went through his head. We need to go. Down the hatch, get Osiris, get out.
No.
Here we go.
But you all have a greater problem.
Yeah, people shooting.
Well, and then you can see the figure that has descended down who fired the shot. And
As we're making our way to the hatch.
Wait.
Right?
Who is the figure? Ian.
the figure,
God.
God,
Can even call you that.
the figure appears to be a person in a sort of a blazer and a cowboy hat with sunglasses on. And he's flanked
Oh, fuck
by what appears to be a brass minotaur.
I don't recognize this Minotaur, do I?
Now you do, yeah. From a dream. Don't you have something better to do than talking to some insane person?
I was kind of in the middle of something. This wasn't voluntary.
You're wasting precious time that we could be using to make our own plans.
For what?
Doing what must be done for killing Odin.
Why do you need me for that? Why is this my business?
Because I am stuck in your head.
Yeah, I
So
realize
maybe-
that. And I get the feeling that there's just something you're not telling me.
Tell you anything. Just
You
listen
see what
to
I
me.
see.
Right.
No, you listen to me. You see what I see. So you know that I had a nice little chat with Nostradamus.
Yes. What about it?
Ragnarok?
Yes, Ragnarok. What
Yeah,
about
why
it?
did he make it seem like I'm the one who has to start it?
Probably because you're stuck with me. If I'm in there, then someone, well, in here, I should say. If I'm in here, that means someone has taken me from out there and possibly put me in you. Which means it's your job to do what I'm supposed to do.
No. It's not my job. Why me? Why am I stuck with you? I'm not your kid, aren't I?
No, if you were my child, I feel like I would know. To be honest, I'm a bit at a loss at what you are exactly, but we have a connection. A very
Yeah, if you want to call it that.
distinct connection in which I am trapped in your head. Which
That
means
doesn't
that
mean
you...
I'm gonna do your dirty deeds.
I don't know if you have a choice. If I'm in there, then perhaps we're fate-bound. Which means you're bound to my fate. Maybe I'm to yours. But I'm making the decisions here.
Not when I have the willpower to resist you.
Now, why would you want to do that?
I'm not gonna fucking kill Balder. There's no reason to. He doesn't threaten me. He doesn't threaten anything that I want to do.
You've
And-
killed before. How hard can it be?
Just because I have doesn't mean that I want to. I do it to protect myself. And to get to an end goal. An end goal that I want, by the way. I don't want the fucking world to end. We're trying to prevent that.
Why? It's what is worth saving. You could build a new world. You could rule a new world.
I don't want to fucking rule a new world. I just want to exist in the life that I worked very hard to build.
That we worked very hard to build.
You didn't do shit. You weren't there with me, foster home to foster home. You weren't there when I got kicked out of school and when I got expelled.
Wasn't I?
You're not my fucking father. No, you weren't. Don't try to do your stupid silver tongue gaslighting to me, okay? I'm not gonna fall for it. I do it very well myself.
Maybe. Just maybe everything that's happened to you has happened to you because you're tied to me. I know what it's like to be an orphan. I know what it's like to be passed around between fathers and mothers. You and I are one and the same. And after seeing all that, you still want to keep it. I can't believe you.
Just because you didn't get over your daddy issues doesn't mean that I have to be stuck in your position. Like I said, I built a life for myself that I worked very hard for. And I want to...
Do you think they'll let you keep it?
Who's they?
Them, the enemy. Hell,
Yeah,
Balder,
I'm not
Odin, Thor, Tyr.
If I don't give them a reason to take it away, yeah. Guess what? Killing Balder is a reason for them to take it away.
Oh, they'll come take it away.
Yeah, I hope they take you away. You know what? Maybe that's my next step after all of this. Find Odin, or whoever can help me, get rid of you.
Why do you think I'm gone? Why do you think I'm in there?
Go to somebody else. Make you their problem again.
Was that easy? Someone wanted me out of the way. That's why I'm here. But I'm not so easy to get rid of.
I'm not going to become the villain just because you want to get your way. I'm not the best person, I get that. I realize that. I've done some fucking shit. That doesn't mean I'm anything like you.
No. Perhaps not. But for now, you are my mask.
Well, if you're gonna be here, do something useful. Like, not fucking hold secrets. if you know how to help us, I mean, would you rather just stay stuck in my head?
Let's play a game. I like games.
Yeah. I know.
You ask me a question, and then I'll answer it honestly. And then I guess I get one. Maybe I'll even give you this one for free, just so you trust me.
I doubt it, but okay, go ahead.
Ah, you can go first. What do you want to know?
What did you do that pissed everybody off so bad that they had to put you inside a human's head?
I thought you had figured that out already. Well, so, for Ragnarok to begin, and for certain fates to be realized, I have to exist. Maybe, just maybe, someone didn't want that to happen. Or perhaps someone wanted to take it into their own hands, and so they eliminated me. But see, I'm not so easy to eliminate. If I had to guess, I died, I went to my underworld, my daughter's place, and got shot right back up here. And now I'm here, in you. Because I needed your knife to finish the work.
And there couldn't have been anybody else.
I don't make the rules.
Okay. What do you want to know?
What are you so afraid of? Why don't you let go? What holds you back from being what you should be, what you can become?
Maybe because I'm not a power-hungry asshole who wants to rule the world?
It doesn't take power to rule the world. Just a little cut here, a little cut there.
First of all, ruling the world is power. And I don't want that. I've never wanted that. If I did, I would have made it happen. I'm very resourceful. But no. What I do is just steal things to have enough money to live a life that I would love to have. And then I get dragged into all of this. So am I scared of anything? I mean, yeah, I'm scared of the fucking world ending and having to be the cause of it.
When the world ends, do you want to be a passenger or the driver?
It's not gonna happen. This ragtag team that I'm stuck with, they're not bad people. And they've all been through some shit too. And if they can get over it enough to want to help, then I can get over myself. And help
Everything
with them.
everything will be solved with the power of friendship. Oh, it's adorable.
Yeah, I don't think it's really the friendship. I think it's all of our power combined sort of thing.
Hmm. Captain Planet or Power Rangers or something like that. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. I had a shitty childhood. I don't remember anything.
makes me sick. But
Yeah, well,
for now, I've learned something that you didn't want to tell them. You do care for them. That's naive but adorable. Maybe it will get you through this. But for right now, you should probably stop talking to yourself and get ready to face whatever's out there.
got any tips?
Move fast.
Great.
Till next time.
Thanks for nothing.